what could be a record-breaking and life-threatening heat wave. Temperatures in triple digits for parts of Oregon and Washington state, and the sweltering weather could last for days. Meteorologist Adam Klotz is here with your Fox weather forecast. Adam.
Hey, Arthur. Yeah, you said it. The real big heat wave is going to be settling in the western half of the country over the next couple of days. It's not just today. It's going to linger into early next week. Here are your temperatures across the entire country, and you take a look at the map for now, and you think, boy, there's a lot more heat out east, but it's still early in the western half of the country, and we're really just getting going to what's going to be a really hot day, hot weekend, and then into early next week. These are your forecasted highs for the day, and you see fairly widespread numbers up into the triple digits. Southern California getting up into the 110s, and then as you said, areas where they typically don't see that real extreme heat, getting into Oregon and Washington, you see some numbers there topping off at 107 degrees, 105 degrees. It is going to be a very hot one, a very dry one, and we see as far as heat advisories go, we've had heat watches, warnings up and down the entire coast. Dangerous to be outside during the heat of the day. Those peak hours, you're going to want to head out outdoors in the evening hours or very early in the morning for the next couple of days. And that's what those heat advisories are indicating as we're looking at some of these dangerous levels. Temperatures will be climbing again over the next few days, not just today, from 107 to 115 degrees getting up in Oregon. You're seeing something similar in Seattle with well over 100 degrees. That's the case all the way up and down California. So very hot temperatures, very extreme heat. These are your forecasted highs for the rest of the country. It's still warm in the eastern half of the country, but these aren't record-breaking temperatures. I do want to also highlight there, if you live right in the middle of the plains where the kind of warm air and cold air meet, that is an area where they're tracking some showers that are currently heading. Those are going to be thunderstorms. Of course, we will be also following those. Arthel.
Adam Klotz, thank you from Fox Weather. Thanks, Adam. Eric.
Well, Vice President Harris finally visiting our southern border yesterday. You know, that's more than 90 days after the president named her his point person on the migrant crisis. But you know, after months of criticism for not going sooner, the vice president went to El Paso. Critics, though, pointing out that that's hundreds of miles from the epicenter of the migrant surge in the Rio Grande Valley. That's where Alex Hogan is standing by live now. She is in Mission, Texas, and Mission, Texas is 797 miles away from where the vice president was yesterday. Hi, Alex.
Hi, Eric. That's right. The vice president did make that trip yesterday, but this came 93 days after she was appointed border czar and 5 days before the former president, President Donald Trump, will make his visit right here. Now, during her trip to El Paso, Harris did make several stops, and she also said that the administration is making a lot of progress in recent months. She visited a central processing center and a U.S. Customs and Border Protection facility, thanking the men and women for their hard work. And she did face some questions about her trip to the border.
How did you decide that right now was the right time to make your first trip to the border?
Well, it's not my first trip. I've been to the border many times.
As the person in charge of the response.
So, the important aspect of this visit is leading this visit after the work that we did in Guatemala and Mexico. Because as I've long said, I said back in March I was going to come to the border, so this is not a new plan.
Harris visited the El Paso sector, where apprehensions increased 267% compared to this time last year. Former President Trump will visit the RGV next week, where apprehensions have gone up 406%. Altogether, apprehensions along the southern border have reached nearly 900,000 this year. Most of those crossings taking place here in the Rio Grande Valley, which is something that we have seen in our reporting here at the border. This is a live look over the RGV with our drone crew. Agents are working 12-hour shifts lately, and they've been getting more calls from people who have crossed the border, even calling 911 for help because they're lost. Now, because they're calling from international phones, police here are not able to track them to be able to find them. However, what they're doing is they're using the cell towers, finding which one it pinged, and that at least gives them a better area of where they can start that search. Eric?
And the oppressive heat leading to worries that could be many more deaths of the migrants. Alex, thank you. Arthel?
Well, there's a growing divide, Eric, among Senate Democrats over whether to kill the legislative filibuster. Some warn the party could live to regret changing the rules. What both sides are saying. That's up next.